Ah, why, hello, everybody out there. How are we doing this evening? I hope we're doing well. It is Vinny Rattlocke. If you guys don't know yet, you're on the channel, so hopefully you have some kind of idea of who I am. And since you're here, if you don't know what's going on, welcome to the channel, to my channel. And we're going to be watching some wrestling. That's right. It's Monday. It's 8 p.m. Eastern Time, which means let's watch some wrestling. Now, we're not going to be doing the regular wrestling that probably most of America is checking out right now. Some of you may be looking for something a little different. Well, one of the best things about science and being a scientist is observation. That is part of the definition. And through this observation, you guys will be observing along with me some wrestling from Wrestle with This. That's right. They're a YouTube based promotion. They are studio style with no audience, but what they don't have an audience, they have an entertainment. I'll tell you that. As a matter of fact, tonight's episode was actually requested by the owner of the promotion. He has actually asked that I air one of the specials that was all the way back during the time of the pandemic, right before it strikes. Thank you very much, Only Me. If you're out there in the chat, please feel free to say hi. I like talking to people, and I know I have somebody getting ready to come on. They like to talk to people as well. But yes, it was a wonderful show, and it's one that I was a part of. It was my debut for Wrestle with This. It is going to be episode 18, of musical chairs of the Smash Mouth Showcase. You can actually find any videos that you want. If you go on YouTube and you just type up Wrestle with This, you can find the channel. You can subscribe to them like any of their shows that you watch, that you enjoy. And even if you don't enjoy them, give them some kind of feedback. We love talking to people. So, yes, we are taking match requests depending on what it is. Tonight, though, we're going to be watching this special, but I will be taking requests after tonight, so long as a new episode isn't out. So, after this show, if you want to request a match, we will probably end up watching it in the future for you guys. So, there you have it. But anyway, who I would like to introduce, he is a part. Yes, well, thank you very much. And we're getting ready to experience that right now with none other than one of the people that you have seen multiple times on Wrestle with Us. He has his own podcast, and, it's just anything else about him is just mostly a mania. And that's right. This is Wellsmania. Welcome to the stream.
Vinny Rattlocke, my dude. Thank you for having me.
No, it's great to have you. Well, I was trying to get a Megamondo on the show since he was the gentleman that I was actually having a match with, but we lost connection somewhere in the jungles where he's been training at. Doesn't have too many bars on his banana phone, but you were lucky enough to be the one who chimes in and talks to us. So thank you for being here.
Hey, thank you for having me. Yeah, Megamondo, he's still recovering from his loss against Colton Cage. I tried getting him on past couple episodes of Wellsmania podcast. Haven't been able to get a hold of him, so I hope Megamondo is doing well. But you got Wellsmania here tonight, so thank you.
And it's great to have Wellsmania here. I believe it was a kind of a shocking defeat. He's gone through a strain right now. It feels ever since he had that gentleman turn on him a couple episodes ago.
Jason Hammer, yeah. Hammer,
but.
Mondo the world title, and Megamondo has been falling from the top. He's on his way to the bottom, Vinny.
I don't know. I think there's still hope. There's still hope for Mondo, but if he goes all the way to the bottom, then there's only one way there, and that's up. So either way, come on. He's half gorilla. He should be able to bounce back no problem. Just keep those bananas coming.
Absolutely.
Since I have you here, let's talk a little bit about the last show. Oh God, I thought you were falling.
No. I'm trying to get a good angle because this is new for me because I usually do audio. So now you can see me. So I want to make sure that I got a good
This is not the
here.
symbol for can see you. But
you
no,
can't see me.
the last episode that played, the Winds of Change, we noticed that the clowns were trying to take Carver into a little area, and what it seems to be is that Carver's now, not only is he still alive, he is broken out, and he has actually taken over whatever compound it was that the clowns were using.
Yeah, Carver kidnapped me and took me somewhere where I have no idea like what happened. I blacked out when the Carver kidnapped me, but I woke up in a very dark, woodsy area, and I had to find my way back to the Smash Mouth Arena. Luckily, I did. So the fact that the clowns, Giggles and Twinkles, thought that they could kidnap the Carver, they must have been in another universe, because the Carver man, as scary as he is, now he's even scarier because we don't know where he is, and that is terrifying.
Well, I have some theories on that, but I can't really disclose too much about it right now, because if those theories do end up being bad, then I have the police that will be on my back, and it just tons of red tape I have to cut through. So we won't even worry about that right now. But I mean, I do have some claims in still with the WWT as well, especially with those clowns. I mean, I'm actually nice enough that I was reached out by some mysterious member that was a part of the Army of Darkness, asking me to work on some entryway masks for the clowns, and I asked for payment, and they just started laughing insanely. So hopefully, I will receive payment.
Good luck.
I mean, luck has nothing to do with it. It's all about science.
Science.
That's right. But anyway, with everything going by, like I said, I hope Mondo really bounces back before he fully hits bottom. But if he does hit bottom, at least it's one way to go. And with the Carver and the clowns and everybody in that, I mean, to take Carver down. It took 4 of them. It took the clowns, it took Xander, and it took Loco, and that book to take him down. So it's not. I mean, I think without that, I would love to get my hands on that and run some experiments, honestly, because I'm like, what is it with those pages that make it so powerful? Some people have certain beliefs and things like that. My beliefs lies in science and facts and experimenting and stuff. So I may have to do something about it. But anywho, let's go ahead and get to tonight's episode of Let's Watch Wrestling. Let's watch some Wrestle With This.
I'm down
Smash
for it.
Mouth Showcase, episode 18.
23 episodes ago, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because we're on Showcase 41 now.
Yeah, Showcase 41 was we watched that last Monday.
And
think
we're
of
going
how long
all the way
that
back
is.
23 episodes ago to episode 18, if my math is correct there. Because you're all about science, I am not about math. So I think that's 23 episodes ago.
18, 41, 3, and that makes 21 plus the 2. Yes, 23. You're correct.
Hey, every once in a while I get that math right.
You probably have somebody behind that camera with a calculator.
They got a cue card right in front of me.
32 episodes. That's backwards.
Right. By the way, I'm in the Wellsmania studios right now. How's the lighting look?
The lighting looks terrific. I'm in my lab right now, and I decided to do a little bit different lighting to put more focus on myself, because I have a very swelled ego. And there you are.
You look great.
I mean, your office looks very nice. It's very wonderful.
Got a monument circle right here behind me. A beautiful view.
Nice. Very nice. So let's get on with this show. So we'll be teeny tiny, but you'll still be able to watch this. But anyway, without any further ado, this is Showcase Smash Mouth Showcase 18th episode of Musical Chairs from Wrestle With This. Enjoy, everybody.
This is Mega Mondo,
Good looking dude right there.
Mega world champion of Wrestle with This. And Mega Mondo is looking at these mega chairs, still not knowing exactly what in the mega world an Abusical chairs match is.
That's
But
what I like about Mega
Mondo
Mondo. He just goes right into it. No knowledge.
Is this Vinny Rattlocke tonight in the Abusical chairs match? Mega Mondo is walking in the WWT Mega Champion. Mega
true.
Mondo is walking out the WWT Mega Champion, and it will be too damn mega.
Mondo's gotten better. He doesn't shake as much in his promos.
Well, you know, you take so many bananas. You know, maybe it was a
Potassium overload.
Ladies and gentlemen,
How many matches has Blake Reed had in
Let's not
wrestling?
delay and get into it right
We
now.
had a person just ask.
Thanks, Don, for that lackluster introduction.
one-
I am the Dodge, the voice of the Holy Grail of
I don't
online
know how many
entertainment.
has Blake Reed wrestled in wrestle with this?
Right here tonight.
Just one match
as
for
we
Blake
kick
Reed.
things off
One match
with
so
the
far?
Arbiter of
Okay.
Truth,
Well,
Jackson
one match,
Steele,
but who knows
riding
what the
a
future may hold.
bittersweet wave of momentum,
Here's
Don,
Jackson
and it
Steele,
looks
friend
like
of the
he's got
Wellsmania
something to
podcast.
say.
I
Someone
think
regular
Jackson
here.
Steele is a great
I get it,
he's
guys.
a great wrestler.
I get it.
Saw him
I
the
called
most
Mega
recent
Mondo
show.
out. He kicked my ass. I get it, okay?
I'm
But
surprised he
before that,
remembers
don't
what he's
forget,
doing.
I kicked El Azul's ass.
He did.
Maybe I got in a little too over my head. But I still made a point. So today, I'm going to make another point. Because I'm back. And I'm back for vengeance.
So welcome back.
It's just, I sit there and I replay the match over and over in my head. And I watch.
How's it going, Skull Martyr? Good to see you on
This
here.
isn't the first time he's completely laid me out.
Now, I will say I'll turn down just a little bit, but if we mute it, then we won't know what he's saying. We won't want to hear what he's got to say.
I did my homework.
Right.
And I'm learning. And last night I had this nightmare, and I don't know what's going on inside my head. But tonight, I'm going to kick anyone's ass.
Who's anyone, and how often are they booked?
Uh-oh, here comes anyone.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Be careful what you wish for, Jackson Steele.
Be careful what you wish for.
I just said that.
Don.
My God, goosebumps would say he probably is. We know that sound. That from me. Oh, here he is.
Rathbone, baby.
Scream of
It's
hell
crazy to see
echoes
these
through the
watching this.
South Arena
We're gonna watch this
as
match and
Rathbone
seeing how
is
they are
It's been a long time since
now
the
compared to how they were. And this, like I said, this is only 2 years ago.
The chills
This is
Lot of
20,
change
as you
now
said,
and then.
23 episodes ago.
Rathbone, the Hell Pig, is
I
here.
love character development in wrestling.
The
You're
last
gonna
time
see it
we
right
saw
here in this match.
Rathbone was
From
before
now
Slamboree
till where these guys
two
are at.
WWT
Oh, man.
Showcase
Incredible.
Fatality.
Oh
And
yeah,
God
Rathbone
only knows the
and
rage
Jackson
that's
Steele
been
both
building in this man
levels
since then.
levels above, and they've done nothing but improve, and it's been amazing
Absolutely.
to watch them on this journey.
You and me, we don't have any problems between us. Okay? We do have a common discussion, and that's Mega Mondo. But your problems with him,
I would hope so, Skull and Mortar, that there is a lot of that getting kicked about.
get out of here before you have a whole.
Does remember spoilers?
He does have a
Advice if
a
I
little
were
bit of
Jackson
amnesia, Jackson Steele.
Trust me.
Oh yes, that's true. He has had that happen with him.
Beat your ass.
It-
He's got
I
global
like that.
transient amnesia.
Uncapable. You're new here. I've been gone.
Is there a GoFundMe we can help him out with to get his memory back?
That's a good idea.
And it's amazing too. I didn't realize until the standoff that Jackson's actually got about an inch and a half on Rathbone.
Mondo,
Uh-oh.
look me in my eyes.
What's he gonna say?
You see, I know that you fear me. I know
That's a stretch.
that you are incapable of beating me.
That was like a really creaky old was like somebody in a haunted rocking chair in the background.
Got to tighten the floorboards there at the Smash Mouth Arena. Oh, yeah, get him, Jackson Steele.
Doing?
That was a nice little pat on the back.
Auto.
Oh, and he just drilled Rathbone with a super kick.
Wake up kick.
Big man still up, though. Jackson Steele finding that confidence once again, not backing down from Rathbone.
Oh, Rathbone saying, bring it. I think that kick just pissed off the Hell Pig. And now Steele gets planted with a spine
What goes up must come down, Vinny.
That is very true. That was a very, very quick. I mean, the fact, well, see, and you got to remember, that's probably why he had the beard.
Yeah.
Well, the promo's done now, so at least he had that. And now it's the post.
You dug it.
Rathbone loves to talk, that's for sure.
Rathbone just told the referee,
Rathbone and Jackson
this is an
Steele.
official match, and I shudder to think of what Rathbone is going to do to this kid here.
So the match is
tonight.
now officially started after all that. Okay.
No time whatsoever.
Oh God!
Oh,
you
look
know,
at the
I am
strength
all
of
for
Rathbone
making a
there.
name for
Nice little,
yourself.
almost like a
But come
hip
on,
toss
I mean,
judo
you gotta have some
throw.
brains when you're in this business.
Rathbone's
and
pretty
attacking
strong.
A man like Rathbone on a night like tonight is career suicide, if you ask me.
I'll tell you what, if he wants to be known, he's going to, because everybody's going to know.
Matter of fact, we had Rathbone and Megamondo at my last show, ZPW's Rattlocke Horror Wrestling show.
Oh, jeez.
I've actually had Rathbone, Skull and Mortar. Rathbone's actually asked to see if he could get his hands on you. So I know your next opponent.
Rathbone is talking right in the camera. We know who he's talking to. This is a message.
It is a
world
message
champion.
to Mondo,
Mondo
of all
is in the
people.
back right
But
now. We know he's
Skull and
here.
Mortar, I know
You gotta
he's
wonder
wanting his
what he's
hands on
thinking
Brandon
if he's
Prophet. So
watching
maybe
this.
after Brandon Prophet has his
Rathbone
match
looks
with
bigger and badder than ever with newfound
Carver,
fire.
whether it be win or lose, we might have to get you and Rathbone set up, since he wants a piece of the profit.
Get anywhere near Rathbone either.
Be a good match right
Everyone's
there.
as dumb as Jackson Steele.
Sorry, John.
Rathbone is just tossing this kid around like a little dog.
Well, you
What,
have
man?
connections to Profit, John. You know,
Jackson
you know what I
Steele
mean.
could
Appetite
sell like
for
no other.
destruction. He has got a lot of rage that you gotta believe has been building.
He is a great
for a
storyteller,
long time.
Jackson Steele.
And Jackson Steele currently on the receiving end of it, along with those punches right to the cranium.
Those are some clubbing blows there by
I don't
Rathbone.
blame the ref.
A lot of
Why
whiskey
would
in those
anybody wanna
shots.
step in between Rathbone and his prey?
How is your barbecue sausage coming along, John? Skull and Mortar?
He's paying the price for it right now.
I wish I would have made it to that Greenwood Pride Festival. I definitely would have bought a bottle off you.
I love barbecue sauce.
Oh, yes. Skull and Mortar's got some of the best barbecue sauce out there. They're actually the official barbecue sauce of Greenwood Pride 2022.
That's awesome.
Rathbone is literally.
I'm still waiting for that boat hand sauce he kept talking about, though. So.
Punch him in the face. This man is sick to the core.
Rathbone has been in absolute control of this match, Vinny.
Rathbone is a carnivore, and right now he's
He
looking
sure is.
tasty mutton chop.
Hasty mutton chop? What?
You gotta love the commentary of Dodge Open Crust.
Oh, God. Dodging them. Oh, my God. The commentary is great.
Dodge and Donner, they're the 1-2 punch of WWT, that's for sure.
Rathbone is getting off on this. He is enjoying every second of what he's doing to Jackson Steele.
Come on, Jackson Steele, let's go!
Oh, no, oh, no.
That was the best hug.
When he had the chance, Don. I hate
It was like a full speed hug right there.
This is on his head here tonight.
Well, you talk about making a mark in WWT.
hug from Rathbone will definitely keep you warm.
With the spleen and anything that may have come out of his pants.
Any faster, he meant what out of his pants?
Yeah, I'm not sure that was PG right there.
Rathbone is just toying with Jackson Steele. He is loving every second of this as he is just choking the life
Get a little
out
closer
of his
here.
prey over the top rope. And look, the referee doesn't want to even disqualify Rathbone, and I don't.
Well, Stone, I mean, I don't know. Have you given him a hug yet?
He's just trying to find new parts of Steele's
Rathbone's
body
just
to
toying
hug.
with Jackson Steele.
Every
Look at
time
Jackson Steele. He doesn't even know where he's at right now.
Just stalking him.
There is nothing left. There is nothing left of Jackson Steele. Rathbone could end this right now.
If I had a white towel, I'd throw it.
I will say this. There was 3 different occasions that I was supposed to face Rathbone in different promotions, and they never came to fruition.
By the sinister
Hopefully,
Rathbone.
Russell with this can make that come true.
I'm glad, yeah, because it didn't happen with well, they tried it with AWR 3 different times, and each time it got something happened, and injuries took place or missed bookings. So
Is Rathbone going to stop?
Next time I see Dodge Open Crust, I'll put that in his ear.
Call for the bell. For the love of God, it is over.
Finally, the suffering is over for Jackson Steele.
That was decimation to a whole new level.
You see what I did to that insignificant piece of shit?
Whoa!
language.
Imagine what I'm going to do when I get to you.
Now,
No, Skull Mortar, no, I do not.
at this point, Vinny, Jackson, Rathbone is the only WWT superstar to get a couple pins on Megamondo. So he did have that over Megamondo.
Well, I mean, the way Megamondo's been falling, hopefully it will still just stay limited.
Jackson Steele may be on the verge of.
I said Jackson because Rathbone used to be Jackson Rathbone. Little fun fact for you there.
This freak
what's
is
he doing?
searching for something, and I guarantee
I'll talk to you about it later, Skull.
Get out of there, Jackson Steele! Get out of there!
He's not finished.
No, you've already
This
got
is
enough.
not in well for Jackson Steele right here.
See, me personally, I don't prefer to swear. That's why he calls himself the Whiskey Bent. Woo-hoo. So I prefer to call him the Whiskey Bent Bully because this is just something that a bully does, honestly.
You're dead on with that.
Get ready to add to that list.
Jackson Steele needs to escape this ring right now. If he has any strength left in his body, he needs to leave right now. Oh my God!
Oh. Crushing blow.
Oh, I like. Here they go.
Jackson Steele's cranium just got cracked.
Oh man, look at that
There are
blood!
the repercussions from it.
Drawing blood.
There is so much blood on that
Good
match.
grief. Jackson Steele is busted wide open, and now Rathbone with the pep talk.
Don't ever come in my ring again, boy.
Next time, exercise your judgment. Because
Like Brandon Prophet did, Skull Mortar.
is literally on your hands.
Well, it was on his hands because you put his hand on his head. Whatever.
There it is, right there.
Come
There
on,
wouldn't
Ralph.
be blood if you didn't hit him over the head with the chair, Rathbone.
It's on your head. Well, yeah, it's on his head, and it's on his hands. You made him rub his forehead with all that blood on it. Come on.
I can tell that the ref is earning his paycheck in this match.
Jackson Steele, this is going too far. I get making
Yeah.
an
As in
impact,
not.
but for the love of God, there
Skull
is a
Mortar, you
man
got to
with a
understand,
career
though, when
on the
somebody
line
gets
right
blasted
here,
in the head
and
that hard,
Rathbone
it's
does
kind of
not
hard to
give a
just think of
damn.
other things to do.
Even if Jackson Steele had friends in the back, I think they'd be thinking twice before coming out here to the
I can't see the chat, so if anybody's saying something to me, I'm not ignoring you. I just can't see it.
No, if you can see the screen or anything like that when the talking goes on, I'll mention you to them.
Awesome.
I'm glad I didn't eat before this match because
Exactly.
I lost everything I put down watching.
It's always important to protect your head. Like Skull Mortar just said, Brandon Prophet currently has legit brain damage
If he's gonna do what I think he's gonna
from
do,
not
this is
protecting
gonna
his
end
head.
Jackson Steele's
I can't believe the
career
ref is allowing this to go on.
Like Rathbone,
Is he still? No, Rathbone is just not done.
somebody stop him for the love of God! Oh my
Oh,
God!
Was there
you
any
hate
other
to see it,
wrestlers in the Smash Mouth
Oh my
arena
God,
as this
we
was
need
going
help.
on?
There's
For God's
nobody.
sakes.
Where is the security? Where's the backstage?
I mean, by the time I had shown up for my match, I mean Jackson Steele was already being carted off. So
Let that be a lesson learned. When I say leave, leave.
Loud and clear,
My
Rathbone.
business, my way. I'm back, and I'm badder than ever.
I'm back.
I'm back.
That's the only thing we can do.
Ever.
See, I was doing Aerosmith's Back in the Saddle.
I was going Eric Bischoff.
I don't even know what to say, Dodge.
Either way, we can't do any more of that, or else we will get sued.
It's true.
They say
Pretty
when
dominating
Armageddon
performance there by
strikes,
Rathlone
the
in that
hogs
match.
will rule the world, and the message of destruction
Good thing though,
has been
Jackson
sent.
Field won't remember any of
Armageddon
this.
is near.
It's like a Heinz 57 commercial.
Dick, we did it.
Oh, Mike James.
Yes, I did it for the both of us.
Good old Mike James, the deputy sheriff, Law and Order.
Yeah, finally he's back. He's back at the Smash Mouth Arena.
I personally, the fact that McLaw said Law and Order, I really wish that they would come out to the Law and Order theme.
Yes.
You just wait.
Just bum 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 bum. Law and Order, wrestle with this unit.
I love it. I absolutely love it. I'm here for it.
Man, Dick and Mike's gonna be awesome. Future of tag teams.
I'm not a fan of Dick Williams. Never have been, never will be.
Well, it's something about Dick that rubs people the wrong way.
That's one Dick that I don't want to get a hold of
Gentlemen,
right there.
if you
So.
didn't get your fill,
Here we go. Here's the main
brutality
event,
with
or at least I
steel
say this
you're
because
in
I'm
luck,
involved.
because tonight
Musical chairs. Vinny Rattlocke versus Mega Mondo.
a musical chairs match in the WWT. Yes,
And we have all the
right.
rules
In a musical
listed down.
chairs match. Don, why don't you take us through the rules of this one, because it is going to be one
Now, there
you're
has
gonna
been
remember
another
for a
musical
long
chairs
time.
match that's taken place besides this one.
Everybody take a seat, because that's the premise of this match, the first ever of musical
I love
chairs
your
match.
creativity
Here are
here,
the
Vinny
rules.
Rattlocke, because
A
you're the
chair
one that
is placed
proposed
in the
this right
center of the
here.
ring.
Yes.
Wrestlers will circle
Here we go. I like this.
as the musical
Skull Mortar just said,
the match
Wells
officially
is pretty
starts.
swole.
Music
So
ends.
we're gonna change it next time you come on here. We're gonna call you Swole's Mania.
As a
I'm all for that, but hit the gym hard.
Meaning you can't pick it up, you can't
There
switch
is,
around.
I do see what you're saying, Skull, but there is no
The match
relation.
ends when either Mondo or Rattlocke can successfully
We do look a lot alike. I get that all the time.
Recount. The winner's
Well, I mean,
declared.
you started growing your beard out probably, I want to say, what, a month or so after Mondo did. So
Trying to be more mega. So
I mean, I can tell there's a little bit of fandom. That's fine. It's good to be a fan. You know,
I may or may not mark out when I see Mega Mondo. So
versus Vinny Rattlocke.
I mean, I'm fans. I'm fans of Mondo. I'm.
Musical chairs match. Let's get it on.
That's it.
here we go.
There you see the musical instrument of destruction.
What's
Now,
your
usually would be referring
here?
to a steel chair as a musical instrument, but tonight it's gonna
Oh,
be
Skull Mortar, you
represented
you had
as a
COVID.
musical
Well,
instrument. As
you about
here
2 or 3
comes
weeks, but you'll bounce
the
back.
Man, the matchmaker himself, 6'3", 330
I love the facial.
pounds.
Big fan of the facial hair.
Is Vinny Rattlocke, the body of an
I've let it go a
ogre
little
and the
bit. I'm a
mind
little
of
stubbly right now.
satyr. That comes from his mouth, Don.
And I
I'm also well overdue for a new lab coat. I've done way too many experiments in that coat. I mean, even right there, I'm already missing a couple buttons.
I see that.
I've actually had a couple shows where I've been wrestled at where I actually just kept the lab coat on.
To date, as Vinny Rattlocke.
Well,
is a
okay. Well, here's the thing,
giant
Skull.
among
You got to
normal
remember that
men.
even though you have
You can see, God, he is
um,
huge, Don.
those shots, the shots is not the end all be all. It just helps you battle it when you get it. So a lot of people still have it in their belief systems that if they take that shot, that there's no way they'll get it. You still get it. It's just the shots help you take care of it quicker.
More potassium, Skull. Eat more potassium.
Doesn't know what a musical chairs match is. He's walking into this thing completely blind and defending the title. So you gotta wonder how
No.
was it by the champion.
No, honestly, Skull Mortar, I think that the match was pretty. I want to say it was pretty evened out. You had Mega Mondos like might and strength and just brutality and instinct. But you also have Rattlocke with his sheer size, height, and his brain, working science out. Mondo had his hands full. I mean, there's a lot of great wrestlers that attempted to get that belt from Mondo. Even Don't Die Miles. I remembered seeing his match. Who else? Mac, the trucker.
There's been a lot of people who tried to win that title.
A lot of them were close.
For 761 days.
Jungle beats in the purple hue.
Mono does have a lot of energy. Oh, he almost caught me doing the bunny ears to him. See, that's the thing. When I have a match, I like to have fun. My experiments are mostly to entertain the people watching the match, whether it be at the expense of myself or Mega Mondo. Sometimes at the expense of the referee.
Well, I finish first every single time.
Now, for those unfamiliar with
I still think it's funny, though, that the referee, he's got a striped referee shirt, but a checkered mask. I'm like, come on, ref, you're throwing me off. Get a striped mask.
There.
Yeah, I've heard about a silverback, but a purpleback. Both men the title.
Purpleback.
Purpleback. You got a purpleback gorilla over here.
When we see that chair used as a weapon. But remember, it has to stay stationary. Nobody can pick it up and hit the other.
Was that skull? Am I wearing a carpet shirt? Actually, no. That was my sweater. It's my balding sweater, is what it is.
That's true.
Everybody wonders why when I wrestle I wear a cut-off T-shirt now. Well, it was. I was going to tell people it was because I like Mega Mondo's look, but it's just to cover up my fro of a shoulders.
And when it ends,
Mega Mondo with the Zubas throws back with his ring attire.
The referee gonna clean the chair, gonna make sure that it's all ready to go, Don.
Back when he wore the purple shoes.
that's very thorough and thoughtful.
Now, see, I was going to argue that the referee was actually putting lemon pledge on the seat, trying to make it more difficult for me or Mega Mondo to sit in.
And there's the music, and we are on the way.
Mega Mondo clearly has no idea what's going on here.
See, just like a typical, and see, it starts off like a typical game of musical chairs, where, you know, you dance, you walk around as the music plays, but as soon as the music stops is the full-on start of the match, because you have to battle each other to sit down in that chair for a 3 count.
Such a fun concept.
And Mondo just was not ready for this still, you know. But he was told the rules, I want to say just moments before the match. I mean, I gave the rules and instructions to the people to get it to him. I have a feeling, though, that well, I think one of the people in the back gave it to Dick. And Dick was supposed to get it to Mondo. So. And me still not realizing Mondo doesn't know what's going on. Whoop.
Oh, and Mondo fell for it.
No, I usually don't. I don't prefer heel tactics, if you will, but you know, I really wanted that belt, so I thought I would experiment.
Perfectly legal, folks. He's got it stationary.
Obviously, Mondo is not the brightest ape in the jungle to fall for that. Rattlocke,
big blows there by Benny.
He's got a massive brain.
Oh, there we go.
I will say, I only had one match before this one when I came back into wrestling, and I'd been on a hiatus for about 8 years. The one match I had before Mega Mondo was Justin Kyle in a doors match. So after having a match with Justin Kyle, I felt like I was ready for anything. And especially when I talked to Wrestle With This, and they said, "What kind of a match would you like?" And I said, "Here, hear me out."
And that is not a good way for the Mega One to start this match. Just colliding your head with the steel as Mondo ducks the lariat and delivers one of his own, but Rattlocke is still on his feet.
Now, see, the thing is, though, Mondo, when he came at me with that clothesline, he hit me with too much arm, not enough body.
Yeah, I can see that.
And you'll see he's learning it because, I mean, I know what happens. I was here. Right there with the shoulder block. See, now Mondo realized I'm a bigger guy, so just hitting me with his arm wasn't going to take me down. He had to put more body in it.
Mondo not really taking
Mondo's got
advantage
Yes,
of
Skull, I was
the
supposed to be in the Omega Royal, but with how things go, running a promotion, I felt it would be better if I was to remove myself from the match so that I could keep control of everything going on.
Rattlocke overpowers the champion. He's coming in. Oh, no, wait.
Oh, got it with the oldest trick in the book.
You're right, Skull Mortar. Like Skull Mortar just said, you can use more arm when you're clotheslining a smaller guy. But Mondo learned, and he actually improved. And see, that's the thing with science, and that's what I can tell. Mondo experimented. He tried twice, realized you can't do the exact same thing twice, and he changed it up, and it worked out for him. Now, with me, it worked more with the arm, but Mondo was staggered a bit. Now, see, this is me showing Mondo exactly how the match is to be won. See, I knew that I wasn't going to win right there. I just wanted him to understand and see if he could fully grasp how exactly you have to win the match. I think once that happened,
matches worked.
Exactly. I think right there is where the light bulb went off in his head. It was like, oh.
What's Rattlocke calling for?
Here we go.
No, actually, I've faced Mondo twice now.
Rattlocke goes face first in the chair. He eats the steel.
I still have a little chip in my tooth right here.
The power of Mondo right there.
Power of that chair.
And the chair. And the chair.
I'm surprised that chair didn't dent in a little bit.
Plants it on the X.
This could be it. A 2 count. Oh no, Mondo.
Kick out of nowhere.
And Rattlocke just knocked Mondo.
No, I do not fear a rematch for Mega Mondo. I welcome any match from anybody. I'm always willing to experiment.
Smart move
The drop
there.
toe hold. Now, a lot of people don't realize that the drop toe hold is one of my favorite moves to throw in there. I've even done a flying drop toe hold. So.
Now that is the second time in this match that Mondo's head has collided with the steel chair.
Now, some people are saying, why would you do something like that? Well, in my head, if I would have just sat down, it would have been enough time for him to roll over and kick me out of the chair. So I thought by getting on the ropes would be enough to actually take him down, and there were some miscalculations.
Big fall there. Come on, Mondo, what are you doing?
I got Skull Mortar asking how I would feel, or Wells, what was your opinion on another rematch between Mega Mondo and Vinny Rattlocke?
I'm
all for it. You have great chemistry in there. Chemistry, science. I think it writes itself.
Nope. The funny thing is, if you blurred a certain area during this spot, it would look pretty dirty.
The power of editing.
Good full Nelson there. He had on pretty tight. But my sweatiness and icky armpits was able to prevail.
Oh, here we go.
See, I do my own.
Oh, going for the ears.
Well, yeah, because if you try to power out of it, they'll tear your ears out. Skull Mortar wants to know, do you think that I fear Mega Mondo? I say no, I don't fear Mega Mondo. How do you feel, Wells?
I don't think you fear Mondo. I just think the schedules haven't lined up for you two to meet again.
There you go.
Oh!
And completely destroying the chair.
Exploded under the weight of Mondo.
Well, a lot of viewers are going to be like, if the chair's broken, how can this match be won?
I call that the STFD.
Oh, and now Mondo with a roar of defiance. Oh, and he gets drilled for his troubles.
Got him right in the face there.
Well, I mean, that's where you punch him if you want to knock him back.
With the F-bomb, that is his signature maneuver, and he just planted Mondo with it.
Uh-oh, doesn't look good for Mondo here.
Right now, trying to figure out how somebody's going to win on a broken chair.
Rattlocke's going to attempt it. No, and the referee's waving it off. Apparently, that chair's no.
I mean, it was more than just that hit the chair. It was the entire posterior that landed on the chair, not just that one little velvet Fruit Loop, if you
Here's
will.
where your science comes in here.
Rattlocke's got a stool, but
And see, that was the thing. Since the chair was completely demolished, honestly, if the referee was not willing to work with me on this, and there you are with adapting. If the ref wasn't willing to work with me, the match would have become no contest.
Yeah.
So thankfully, the ref was willing to work with me and actually have. But the argument with the referee ended up taking too much time. I didn't plan for the chair to collapse, and because of that,
Mondo, the ref has had a count of 2.
Oh, the Harambe block.
Harambe block just blasted
I was rushing. I was wanting that referee to get down there and do that count, but the ref was taking his time. I was hoping the ref would have hit 3 before I got taken down, because I heard Mondo charging.
Back to his feet. My God, what'll it take?
Mondo's
Oh, wait a
not
minute.
quiet by any means.
Oh,
what was that?
That was the silverback
That was like a silverback splash.
silverback splash.
Mondo,
Haven't
he
seen
made
that
I
in a
mean,
while.
Mondo basically popped off those ropes and went full cannonball right into me. There was nothing I could do after that. I tried to get back in, couldn't make it. Nothing but pale skin and fuzzy body hair just trying to make its way back in. Wasn't enough to get it. Mondo still retained the title.
Hey, that was a fun match, though, Vinny.
I mean, on the receiving end, it was. I mean, looking back, yes, it looked like a very, very fun match. But yeah, no, during the match, it hurt. To be honest,
Hey, you've covered since then.
But hey, Mondo held onto that onto that belt for how much longer?
He was champ for 761 days.
That's a very long time for Mondo to be holding that title. And it was well deserved. I mean, we're going to be watching many more shows where Mega Mondo's defending that title. So, this one just happened to be per request.
We got to get that rematch, though. Vinny Rattlocke versus Mega Mondo 2.
There's a lot of things that I have on my list right now. Mega Mondo is on the list, but there's some things going on that I've kind of put. Mondo is on my list, but there's some things that put Mondo kind of on the back burner. I know anytime I'm ready, I know Mondo's more than ready as well.
Wait, what the hell?
It's Tim McClaw!
That's Tim McClaw! And he just nailed Mondo in the back of the head with a lawbreaker!
The man on the marquee, baby.
Yeah, I told you I was coming for this title. And I just arrived my
I'm sorry, I just don't like Tim McClaw.
Well, he now owns 51% of Wrestle With This.
I think that's the thing that gets at me more, is the whole.
Oh God, wait a minute. Now
No, McLaw.
It's
Tim
fun!
McLaw, Skull Mortar. LAW.
Coming.
We haven't seen Isfon for a while. There he is.
Hey, there's a rivalry right there.
Yes, Isfon is crazy, especially with that big old wiener he's hitting people with.
Itzel.
Isfon sees nothing but red. This is a blood feud that may never end.
Brett match that was pretty
If you
entertaining.
think Isfon's crazy, you should see his cousin Olaf.
Oh God, now Isfon just threw the schnitzel in the face of McClaw.
No love lost between those two.
No, it is honestly, I feel like McLaw getting 51% of WWT right now. I'm a little nervous because I would love to make a return, but somebody like that in control, I don't know how well I can experiment.
Showing his appreciation for
Good
Isfon.
point.
Oh, wait a minute. I don't think Isfon cares. The Goosten Slam just plants the champion.
Goosten Slam out of
Why
nowhere.
are all these wrestlers waiting for me? I mean, come on, I wore him down. And now everybody else is going to come running in, trying.
Oh, the heavy lifted, Vinny.
You know what? This is the year.
I feel like that person that worked for a good 5 minutes trying to open up the pickle jar, then hands it off to somebody else and just pops it right off. Now, see, I've seen that same move done back when I used to play Halo in Halo 3.
No respect there.
Like right after I pistol whipped my opponent, I would do that as well. I think they called it Liptoning. All right, there we
What
go.
a fun episode.
That was good. It was a good watch. So there you go. There you have it. That's the full episode of Wrestle With This Showcase Showdown, episode 18 of Musical Chairs. So watching that again now, Wells, what's give us your feeling, a rundown on the entire episode.
Well, you can definitely tell how far along a lot of those wrestlers have come, and especially Jackson Steele and Rathbone started out hot, and then Vinny and Mondo nailed it. So overall, I thought it was a pretty entertaining episode, and the Abusial Chairs was definitely something that WWT has never seen before and still hasn't seen. It's the only time that match has ever happened.
The only time that match has ever happened. Now, I will say once again that an Abusial Chairs match had happened again a year later. It actually happened last year on a show called For Whom the Bells Toll. It was actually a bachelor party where we held a show at, and it was Justin Gray wrestling some superhero gentleman. His name escapes me. Steel. His name was also Steel. And it was fun. After the match, Steel threw up in the ring and ran away. That became the more important part. him vomiting in the ring actually overshadowed the entire match.
I could see why.
But no, with all honesty, like I said, I'm always open for the idea of because if you know, me and Mega Mondo had another match at AWR. We had a water jug match.
That was pretty interesting.
I do love the fact that Mega Mondo doing some other stuff. I mean, Mega Mondo was also in the very first Panic at the Dojo. Did extremely well against Ravishing Anton. And actually still coming out with his belt then. So, yeah, more than likely. But this is something I will say. Personally, there are other matters I need to deal with. And like I said, I'm having some thoughts, especially with the Army of Darkness, with the clowns and whatnot. And a lot of people don't know this, but there's a reason why the Carver was in ZPW. And I don't speak completely on it, but there is kind of a tie that I have with the Carver, and I'm going to see. I have to dust some things off and see if there's a way I can reach back out and see if I can make another connection with the Carver as well. But there's too much evil is afoot right now. And I've talked to WWT as well. I feel that there's more experiments that need to take place and be done in WWT. And I mean, they don't have any other residing mad scientists there, so I might as well just fill the position.
Hey, listen, if there's anybody that can get that job done, that is you, because we need more experiments in WWT, and that's the place to do it, man. If you have any ideas, any creativity whatsoever, there's your playground, WWT. And I'll tell you what, since I am Wellsmania, I am the ambassador of Wrestle With This. Dodge Open Crust tends to listen to me 9 times out of 10. So the next time that I see Dodge, I will definitely mention that to him, and we can get something cooking in your lab, so to speak.
Very well. I'm always down for experimenting with, especially in the entertainment fields of professional wrestling. So we'll see what we can do. Well, I can have you reach out to him. You call your people and have them call my people. My
people will be in touch with your people.
There you go. And since we're talking about your people, why don't you give us some more information about Wellsmania? Where can we find you? What can we see or hear you on right now?
Wellsmania is running wild anywhere. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, at Wellsmania. Hit that follow button. I will follow you right back. And if you want to listen to the most underrated wrestling podcast in the world, Wellsmania Podcast, I'm on Spotify, Google Podcasts. We're on Anchor. Anywhere you listen to your podcast, type in Wellsmania, and these pipes will run wild and entertain
God.
you one
Hold on, I'm
episode at a
naked.
time. Vinny, are you okay?
Sorry, my eye itched, and I ended up getting naked in front of everybody. I'm sorry.
Was I coming through the screen at you?
I was welling up. I was wellsing up, actually. I just had a little.
We wells up, baby.
There
Yeah.
you go.
But that's where you can find Wellsmania. I'm very interactive on the social media, and I love feedback. So if you listen to an episode of Wellsmania podcast, don't hesitate to tweet at me, interact with me, run wild with me. We're all in this wrestling world together. Let's have some fun.
Exactly. Thank you once again, Wellsmania, for being on there, and I bid you adieu.
See you later,
Anything else to say to the people watching right now?
Stay positive, run wild, dominate the day. Let's go!
All right. That was awesome. Thank you very much. It was a wonderful experiment to have an observation with Wellsmania watching tonight. And I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves as well as we spend Mondays looking at some of the backlogs and even some of the newer stuff from Wrestle With This. I would like to thank Wrestle With This for allowing me to have their shows to be the main focus of this series. And I know once we get down to it and when we're all caught up, we will be watching other things. I know there's some other. I like to watch a little more of the bizarre, if you will, or some of the novelty, some of the road less taken, if you will. As a matter of fact, I know once we get a lot of the Wrestle With This viewed and talked about, I may be making my way towards some digit wrestling. That's right. I've been talking with another group called the Northern Digit Wrestling Association. They do thumb wrestling. And if you guys know, ZPW does currently have a professional thumb wrestling champion by none other than the name Satu Jin, if you guys do know about the deathmatch wrestling circuit. So, with that in mind, I'd like to thank all of you once again for joining me tonight. Now, before I go, I'm going to once again peel these bad boys off, keep them close to me, and I'm going to go through and look at some more of the comments. Matter of fact, and you do have a point, but by that time, suplexing him onto the stool was a little too late for that. Prophet versus Rattlocke. Now, see, I thought that me and Prophet were still pretty good with each other. We were part of I'm going to say it wrong just because I know it gets at Brandon Prophet, the Bastard Crew, if you will, even though I believe it was the Bastard Squad. I like saying it wrong because I've done it so many times. He always calls me out for it. And yes, no, WWT keeps growing and it's never going to stop. That is right. I've been doing what I can to link up my promotion with WWT because, I mean, at the last show, at my last show, we had quite a few members from WWT making live debuts in ZPW. And matter of fact, the Clowns made their complete live debut period. And they gave Inadatos del Caos the run for their money. I mean, like I said, if you saw how they were in that ring, there is an otherworldly power that is driving them. But I don't want to say it's spiritual or demonic or anything like that. There's something scientific that's going on, and I'm going to get it figured out. It's just popping out to me too much. It's almost like those people that look for Bigfoot and whatnot. Maybe there's nothing there. Maybe it's just a mind over matter thing. I don't know. But if WWT will let me back into their squared circle, which I'm sure they will, I have some wonderful experiments in mind that may involve these little clowns. As well as other wrestlers, because it's all about entertainment and making sure you're all having fun. But no, if at any time Brandon Prophet would like to have a match against Vinny Rattlocke, say no more. It'll be fun. We'll have a great time. We can do it anywhere you want. Oh, yes, and while we're at it, just www.youtube.com/Skull and Mortar if you want to check out some of Skull and Mortar's awesome barbecue videos. Who knows? Maybe on one of these shows, if we watch a shorter span of Wrestle With This, we might click on over there and check out the video that I helped make into reality, where they did the McRib burnt ends. All right, guys. Well, thank you very much. Our time for scientific observation has come to an end. Thank you all for being here. And just remember, until next time, oh, yes, tomorrow night I'll be reading the Joan Collins primetime book once again for Shred After Reading. So if you want to join me for that, if the book reading gets too boring, just remember I have a Cash App I will have up on the screen. $1 will get me to tear that page out and shred it. $5 will get me to tear 10 pages out. And then we can move on to other books that I can read and shred for you as well. But until tomorrow, and on Wake and Bake, 9 a.m. Eastern Time with me and Schwartzy. Unless Schwartzy's still feeling a little under the weather, then it'll be me and Randy doing the morning show. But once again, until then, until tomorrow morning, just remember, this isn't just observation. This isn't just entertainment. This isn't just wrestling. It's science!